Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and DrTechNic has put out a new tweet that honestly makes me pretty scared for Atlantean City Part 2 and Soulburst as a whole. If you guys do enjoy this video, go down there, like, subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Alright, so before we actually get into the video, I do have to mention that this video is not meant to, kind of hate on any of the developers, meant to hate on DrTechNic. It's not meant to do any of that. I am just simply scared of what DrTechNic has put out on Twitter today. So like I talked about in my last video, Soulburst has definitely been one of those things where it is kind of tricky to get hyped for because the developers have not done a really good job, in my opinion, of hyping it up. Now, the only thing that we have ever gotten of Soulburst is the one tweet almost over 560 days ago that obviously showed the things like the Soulburst Stratosaur reveal. Well, I guess if you could call it a reveal, it was more just a reveal that, oh yeah, Soulburst Stratosaur is going to exist, and then it showed the silhouette, and then it cut off, and then I guess played the cry. Now, again, from there, we have not heard anything. And of course, if you watched my video yesterday, it has gotten to the point where people are very, very curious as to where is Soulburst? Because the thing is, Soulburst is one of the only, things at this point that people are still relatively hyped about for Atlantean City Part 2. The hype for just the entire update is slowly just going down by the day, and honestly, the developers need to start doing something to keep bringing that back up. Now, in the midst of all that, as you guys know, the developers put out that joke tweet, people got upset about that, and said, okay, well, where is the actual leaks, DrTechNic? Where's the actual leaks? And this has actually prompted DrTechNic to respond to all of this on Twitter with his own message saying where the leaks are. Now, this is actually the message that I am really worried about because, in my opinion, it shows that Soulburst and Atlantean City might still be even farther than we realize. Because DrTechNic tweeted out today, in response to obviously everybody wondering where the Soulburst leaks are, "I'm not ready to leak Soulburst." Simple as that. And I'd like to mention, I do appreciate DrTechNic going out there and being transparent and, letting us all know why Soulburst, or not really why Soulburst, but I guess the fact that Soulburst just isn't ready to be revealed yet. However, I am really worried about this because this shows that Soulburst and Atlantean City Part 2 might be further along than we anticipate. And one of the things that I'm really worried about is if Atlantean City Part 2 is going to end up becoming Atlantean City Part 2.5. Where, if you guys remember, Lotta Sun Beach and Atlantean City were originally supposed to be released together because they both kind of tie into each other. And what ended up happening was Lotta Sun Beach was released, and then a couple months later, Atlantean City Part 1 was released. Now, what this has me, kind of thinking about is, what if Atlantean City Part 2 is going to be released, but then Soulburst is going to be released after? And I mean, of course, take that with a grain of salt. I'm not the end-all be-all for, predictions and, expectations on Atlantean City or just any update in general. But, again, the tweet like this, genuinely scares me because they have had 2 years to work on Atlantean City Part 2 and also Soulburst in general. And obviously, I understand stuff like events get in the way of that. However, have they at least gotten a design done yet? Have the designs at least been finished, finalized? Have the models been created? Because stuff like that, they've even said in the past, DrTechNic does not need to do. DrTechNic does not have to be in charge of the whole, designs and then the models and all that stuff. This is the same reason why events and stuff like that now are not taking up as much time. Because, again, like they have gone on record and said, the scripting part of all of that is the least of their worries. It is the models and the designs. So, again, they could just realistically drop a design or drop a model and I think everybody would be satisfied, but does it more go into the fact of are they just not ready because Atlantean City Part 2 is just far out from being done? That is one of the main things that I'm worried about. Because I really don't want this update to be split into 2 parts again, but I feel like if it ever comes down to it, the developers might do that. Again, take everything that I say in this video with a grain of salt, but I'd like to hear your guys' predictions and thoughts about this tweet down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, go down there, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.